Good evening, everyone. Welcome. My name is Lee Boone. I am the founder of Buckeye Financial LLC, and tonight I want to have a conversation with you that most financial professionals never have with their business owners. Not a conversation about products, not a conversation about rates or returns, a conversation about protection, about what you've built, and about whether what you've built is actually protected. The name of tonight's presentation is Last Line of Defense, Business Edition. And by the time we're done, you're going to know exactly where you stand. Before we talk about your business, I need to tell you about mine. Not Buckeye Financial, the other one. January the 3rd, 2003, in Tempe, Arizona. Sun Devil Stadium, the BCS National Championship game. The Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Miami Hurricanes. Now, before we get even into the game, let me tell you what the world thought going in. Miami was riding a 22-game winning streak. They were the defending national champions. They were loaded with future NFL first-round picks. And we were 11-point underdogs. Nobody gave us a chance. Nobody. But here's what the world didn't know about the Ohio State defense. We had already won 7 games that season by 7 points or less. 7 games. 7 points or less. That means 7 times that season, one play was the difference between a national championship appearance and going home. One play. One breakdown in the system, that's all it would have taken. But it never came. Do you know why? Because we had a system. A system not just for football, but for moments exactly like that. And me? I was the pup. Fresh off my redshirt freshman season, standing behind 2 of the greatest safeties in Ohio State history, in Donnie Nicky and 3-time All-American Mike Doss. What a tandem. So I was watching, I was learning, and I was preparing, waiting for my moment. And here's the truth. My moment never came on that field. Not in Tempe, not under those lights, not in front of those 77,000 people. But my coach, Coach Jim Tressel, my mentor, the closest thing I had to a father, he always told us something that I would never regret, or never forget, rather. He said, the preparation you do today determines the outcome tomorrow. He wasn't talking about football. He was never just talking about football. He was installing principles. Principles that would outlast any game, any season, any championship ring. And my moment came here, in your boardroom, at your kitchen table, on your laptop at 11 o'clock at night, when you realize nobody was protecting what you built. I show up every single day ready to be the last line of defense for business owners just like you. And tonight, we find out exactly where your business stands. I'm going to ask you 7 questions tonight, and I need you to do one thing. Answer them honestly. Not the way you hope things are, not the way you plan for things to be someday, the way things actually are right now, today. Because here's what I've learned in over 20 years of doing this. Most business owners are protecting an imaginary version of their business, the version they intend to have, not the version they actually have. Your answers tonight, not mine, are going to reveal exactly how protected your business really is. No judgment, just clarity. And clarity is where everything changed. Here's how the scoring works. For each question, you're going to give yourself a score based on your honest answer. If your answer is yes, you score 0 points. 0 is good. That gap is closed. If your answer is not sure, you score 2 points. And I want you to hear this clearly. Uncertainty is exposure. If you're not sure whether you're protected, assume you're not. If your answer is no, you score 4 points. That's an open gap, a vulnerability that exists in your business right now. Write your score down after each question. We'll add it up at the end. There is a jot form if you are at home or in the confines of your office. There is a jot form in the description. You can pause this video after each question, answer, follow along, complete, and submit. All right? So as I was saying, we'll add it all up at the end. Now, question 7 is different. Question 7 is very different. On question 7, a no score is 6 points instead of 4. You'll understand exactly why when we get there. Question 1, business value. If someone offered to buy your business tomorrow, do you know exactly what it's worth? Documented, verified, and defensible? Take a moment. Answer honestly. Write down your score. Here's what I want you to think about while you write that down. Most business owners have a number in their head. They say my business is worth about $500,000, maybe $1 million, maybe more. But here's the difference that matters. A number in your head and a documented, defensible valuation are two completely different things. One protects you in negotiation. One protects you in a courtroom. One protects your family if something happens to you tomorrow. The other one just makes you feel good. Which one do you have? Now, question 2, personal protection. If a heart attack, stroke, or serious diagnosis kept you out of your business for 6 months or longer, does your business survive? Or does it bleed out without you? Write down your score. I want you to really sit with this question just for a moment. Because most business owners build their company around one person, themselves. They are the rainmaker, the decision maker, the relationship, the brand. Remove that person for 6 months and watch what happens. The clients get nervous. The employees lose direction. The revenue slows down. The bills keep coming. That is not a business. That is a job with employees, and a very expensive one if you're not there to run it. Question 3, key people. If your most valuable employee got a call from your competitor tomorrow with a better offer, what is stopping them from walking out of your door and taking your clients with them? Write down your score. Your best people have options. They always have. The question is not whether they're loyal to you today. The question is whether you have given them a financial reason to stay that nobody else can match. Loyalty is emotional. Money is logical. Your competitor is going to come at them with logic. What are you prepared to offer them that makes walking away feel financially impossible? Question 4. Partnership. If your business partner died, became disabled, or decided they were done tomorrow, do you have a legally binding, fully funded plan that keeps you in control of what you built? Write your score. Partnerships are built on trust, and I believe in trust. But trust is not a legal document. And here's what happens without a funded buy-sell agreement. Your partner's share of the business could end up anywhere: in the hands of their spouse, their children, their estate, people you have never met, people who have no idea how to run what you spent years building, people who now have legal rights to decisions you used to make alone. Is that the plan? Question 5. Exit strategy. Do you have a written, funded retirement plan that doesn't depend entirely on selling your business? Because what if nobody buys it? Write your score. I want to say something that most advisors won't say to a business owner. The most dangerous retirement plan in America is, I'll just sell the business when I'm ready. Because selling requires 4 things simultaneously: a willing buyer, a strong economy, perfect timing, and a business that runs without you. How many of those 4 things do you have guaranteed right now? If the answer is less than 4, you do not have a retirement plan. You have a retirement hope. Question 6. Tax strategy. Are you currently using a strategy that legally moves money out of your business in a way the IRS cannot touch? Write your score. Every dollar you overpay in taxes is a dollar that was supposed to protect your family. I want you to think about that. Not just as a business expense, as a family protection issue. There are completely legal strategies available to every business owner in this room. Strategies that the largest corporations use every single day. Strategies that redirect dollars that would have gone to the IRS into protected, growing, tax-advantaged accounts for you and your family. Most business owners don't use these strategies for one reason: nobody ever showed them they exist. Question 7. And this is the one that matters most. Family protection. If something happened to you tomorrow, not next year, not eventually, tomorrow, does your family have an immediate, guaranteed source of income that has absolutely nothing to do with whether your business survives? This one scores differently. And no, a no on this question is 6 points instead of 4. Write your score. And I want you to stop for a moment before you move on. Because at the end of every business day, it was never really about the business. The business was always just the vehicle. The real destination was the people waiting for you to get home, waiting for you at home. Your spouse, your children, your dog, or your cat. The people who trust that you have figured this out. The people who assume that if something happened to you tomorrow, they would be okay. Are they right? Add up your score right now. All 7 questions. What's your total? If you scored between a 0 to 8, you are protected. You've built strong defenses. And I still want to talk to you because even the most protected businesses have blind spots. If you scored a 9 to 19, you're exposed. Real gaps exist in your business right now. Each one represents risk to everything you've worked to build. If you scored 20 to 30, you are critical. Your business is operating without a safety net on multiple fronts right now. And I need you to hear this. This is not a judgment. This is not a criticism. Every single gap you just identified has a solution. Every single one. That's exactly why I'm here tonight. I want to be very clear about something before we go to the next slide. Tonight was not about making you feel bad. It wasn't about what you haven't done. It was about giving you clarity on where you actually stand. Because here's the truth. You cannot fix what you cannot see. Tonight you saw it, and there is not one problem that came up in those 7 questions that cannot be addressed with the right strategy, the right structure, and the right advisor in your corner. Every business owner in this room deserves both. You deserve to know what your options are, and you deserve a plan that closes every gap before it becomes a crisis. Here is the complete picture. Every gap maps directly to a proven available solution. Business value, a properly funded buy-sell agreement backed by life insurance, personal protection, disability income insurance, and business overhead expense coverage. Key people, an executive bonus plan, and key person life insurance that makes your best people impossible to poach. Partnership, a legal binding, fully funded buy-sell agreement. Exit strategy, a fixed indexed annuity and a real exit plan that doesn't depend on finding a buyer. Tax strategy, index universal life and executive compensation structures that protect your dollars before the IRS gets it. Family protection, life insurance, immediate guaranteed, unconditional. I want to be straight with you. I'm not here to sell you anything tonight. I'm here to show you the value, show you the field. What you do next is your decision. I told you at the beginning that my moment never came on the field in Tempe, Arizona. And that's the truth. But here's what I know, now that I didn't fully understand it then. Coach Trussell was never building football players. He was building men. Men who would take every principle they learned on the practice field and deploy it in the most important game of all, the game of life. I took everything I learned about preparation, protection, discipline, and seeing threats before they arrive, and I brought it here, to your business, to your family, to this conversation. I never got my moment on the field. but I show up every single day ready to make sure that when your moment comes, the moment that threatens everything you've built, I'm already there. That is what the last line of defense does. Your next step is simple. Book your complimentary last line of defense review. It's a free 30-minute video conference, just you and me. We'll walk through your score together, identify your highest priority gaps, and I'll outline exactly what a customized protection plan looks like for your specific business. It's free. There's no obligation, no pressure, just clarity on where your business stands and exactly what to do next. Spots are limited, and your score already told you what you need to do. Go back to the description. If you're watching this on video, and there is a link to my calendar, click it, get on my calendar ASAP. Let's go ahead and get together so we can take a comb through view of what you specifically have going on, and allow me and my team with over 100 years of experience to put together a tailored and customized solution. And at that point, it still won't be any pressure. But you'll have the information and the know-how, and it'll be up to you. And that's all I can do, and that's all that anyone could ask. My name is Lee Boone, founder of Buckeye Financial LLC. You can find everything you need in the description below. The business risk assessment link is in the description. The booking link for your review in the description. My website, the YouTube channel. Take the assessment first, which you already did, some of you. Hopefully you finished it. You see, it didn't take long. Your score will frame our entire conversation. And then, of course, book your review. And I look forward to talking with you, building relationships with you. I appreciate everybody for coming out and watching this video as well if you are not here. It means a lot to me. And everybody I come in contact with, I want to make their lives better. That's my life's mission. Thank you. Go Bucks.